Welcome back to the Mr.ThinkSmart Show, where thinking smart is what we do. I have a special guest today. Her name is Candace Armour. She's an entrepreneur. Better yet, she's just a philanthropist. She does what she does great. That's all that needs to be said about her. But we have a lot more to be said about this great woman right here. Candace, how you doing?
I am great. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I see you're gonna keep smiling. I see.
Yes, all smiles all day.
Right, I got that. Now, you have an amazing platform that you're living in. Let's talk about that. So first, how did you know what? Let's rewind time. How did the vision of that platform, how did that get started? Or where were you at that moment or at that time of your life?
Got it. So I have two different businesses and platforms. The first is Epic Fab Girl, and that is a community for faith-based, career-minded women entrepreneurs and influencers. When it first started, it wasn't really about that. I just wanted to help women discover their purpose and go after their dreams fearlessly. Mm-hmm. So in 2018, what that evolved to look like is helping women entrepreneurs build their businesses and that would stand the test of time. Mm. But for me, in undergrad, I was the girl that everybody just knew my life was amazing, or, you know, I had all these accolades and stuff. But by the time I had gotten out of college, I had went through a really tough time, and I wanted to overcome some of the insecurities and the struggles of my past seasons so that I could actually, you know, fearlessly go after my dreams. And I really had to have a journey with God where he showed me who I was so that I could fearlessly go after my purpose, because a lot of those insecurities that I had really got in the way of me feeling like, okay, let me launch out and step out on faith to actually launch a business or to build a blog. So I basically had this idea and just started writing down the vision for Epic Fab Girl. I wanted to host events. I wanted to help women. But in the moment, the only thing that I could do was do what I could with the gifts and talents that I had. So I basically started a blog. And it started as a blog to just write about Christian women and the things that we, you know, go through and the things that are important to us. But I didn't want it to be churchy. I wanted it to be the girl who, you know, loves Jesus but might turn up on the weekends or might be with her friends. And I wanted it to be something relatable. And as I started to build that as a blog, I ended up bringing on different women to write for the blog, and then that evolved into hosting events and really pouring into women by way of just teaching them, building relationships, and allowing them to see the beauty in them and really discuss those like really tough things that people don't like to talk about, like those transparent things of being like a mom, like a teen mom, or having gone through a really bad breakup, or suffering with alcoholism, or having, you know, issues with being raped or molested. I wanted to talk about those things from a place where they could actually add value. And it's those things that I just mentioned that gets in the way of people feeling confident enough to walk in their purpose. So I wanted to address those things and help them to confidently walk in their purpose. And that's essentially how Epic Fab Girl has evolved over time.
Wow. Now, business number two?
Business number two. I know that's a mouthful with everything that I just said, but for Candace Junée Consulting, that really, it's been a long time coming. So
Pause.
Yes.
Candace J, that's your initials?
Yes, Candace Junée. So,
Candace Junée, that's your name?
That's my name. Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's my first and middle name. So Candace Junée Consulting came about, just like I said, it was a long time coming. When I first got ready to pursue my MBA, I did a 3-2 program at WashU. And I remember writing in my letter of, you know, why I wanted to get in is that I wanted to help Black businesses and people of color build businesses that were successful, because I was tired of seeing, you know, a store pop up and then next thing you know it's gone, or see like a place that has amazing food but you can tell like, oh, this must be a Black run business. There's like this stigma of like Black businesses not being up to par, and I wanted to help change that narrative. And that was one of the things I wanted to do when I was in undergrad, but not in undergrad, but when I was pursuing my MBA. Got it. But I didn't think it would come so soon. And so I started working in corporate America doing digital marketing technology consulting after graduating. But after being in corporate and learning a lot, I wanted to take what I learned in corporate America and give that to our people in a meaningful way that made sense to us. And so when I quit my job in September of 2017, and when I did that, people already asked me like, okay, you started this business, you started this blog, I see you doing all these amazing things. I had a hair extensions company that I had in undergrad. People wanted advice, and I was like, this is a perfect time to create a business to actually help people launch their businesses, grow their businesses, help them with Facebook ads, with marketing, all of that stuff, so that they could be successful and build brands that stood the test of time. So when I quit my job, I ended up launching that consulting business, and here I am now, just building, growing, and really serving people through my gifts and talents.
That is dope.
Thank
now,
you.
friends and family, listen. We're gonna take a small break, but listen, be empowered by powerful women. So you already know what the Mr. ThinkSmart Show is. We empower you by thinking smart. Be right back.
Hey, what's going on? Willie Mo Jr. here, and you're watching Mr. ThinkSmart on the Mr. ThinkSmart Show. Flat out.
We are back on the show, and I still have Candace on the show, woman of power, woman of faith. Now listen, she's been around the world. Not yet, I'm just joking, but she's been city to city. She's been speaking to women, she's been speaking to men, she's been speaking to a lot of people. And Candace, so you've spoken on different platforms and different conferences. So what cities have you been to?
Yeah, so I have been to quite a few cities for other people's brands, and then also for my own brand. So I did an event in Virginia. I did the Fearless Conference by Ari and Simone in LA. Okay. I also took on tour an event of my own. It was called the Winner's Table, and it really brought together women entrepreneurs to help them connect and share their businesses and figure out how to collaborate.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like at the end, everybody got up to say, hey, here's my business. I'm a photographer, or I do styling. And so by way of that, people could network with a purpose. And so we did that event. We did Dallas, LA, St. Louis, Chicago, and a few other cities. Yeah, we were. It was really a blessing to see how things came together, and to connect people and put them in environments where they could talk about what they love, but connect with people who were like-minded. And we also had like a panel where we shared. We basically shared stories of current entrepreneurs, and it's just so empowering to see everyone's journey in terms of how far along they are on their journey, and where, especially with social media, we'll see people and we're like, oh wow, they have this many thousand followers, but we don't know their real story, and you learn that there was a journey for them to get there. So that was an extremely powerful series that we did with my brand Epic Fab Girl.
Wow. Anything coming up new?
So what we have coming up new, we don't have necessarily anything new, but you could definitely look out for our Go Getter Conference. Our Go Getter Conference is our annual conference. It's for faith-based, career-minded women entrepreneurs, and it's kind of a mix of worship and as well as like panel discussions. We talk about everything from faith, finances, relationships. I talk a lot about purity and saving yourself into a marriage, even if you have already had sex. So we have panels focusing on that, how to manage your money, how to trademark and really protect your business. So the next one that we have coming up, we're going to release the dates for that soon. So you can definitely check us out at gogetterconference.com. But we've had so many amazing speakers, from Marshawn Evans Daniels to Arian Simone to the founder of TGIN, Thank God It's Natural, Christia Donaldson. So we've had some amazing women entrepreneurs that come that share their journey of faith and business, because it's different when you are, launching out and doing something and you're serving and doing something for the kingdom versus doing it for, your own selfish gain. So.
And you know what's so amazing? Because I didn't know I was going to get this interview from you.
Yes.
Let me just throw it out there. Shout outs to Cassandra,
yes,
because she linked us together. Even though I've already known her, she linked us together in a conference where her pursuit is Passion is Our Pursuit conference. We're in St. Louis, Missouri. But I wrote just this week, I was writing, because I'm always writing, I wrote a conference called Leading Ladies in Faith.
Yeah.
But I knew I was like, I need to write it up and then get somebody to be the face of it, because I can't do that. I'm not a leading lady, but I'm always writing up conference, because that's what I want to do, is host hundreds of conferences for development and entrepreneurship and leadership. But you just said so many things, and I'm loving it. What you're doing.
Thank you.
I'm loving it. So we're gonna get up out of here, but before we get out of here, I need you to give them your social media handles. I almost forgot right there.
Absolutely. So you can find me online at Candace Junée everywhere. Candace, CANDACE It's not Candace Junée, it's Candace Junée, just because people always compare it to Tiana Taylor's daughter. They're like Junée, okay? And then you can also find Epic Fab Girl online at epicfabgirl.com, and we're on Instagram as well, and I always host free branding workshops as well. So if you head to CandaceJunée.com/free class, you can get some branding tips and advice for free.
For free, you hear that? For free. Who gives anything for free? Not too many. But thank you for watching the Mr. ThinkSmart Show. So as always, I salute the divinity in you and see you next time. Peace.